Good morning, fellow supporters and well wishers of my YouTube channel. This morning, I said let me show you how I mix the litter. The litter, that is the wood shavings and the hay that I put on the floor of my small flock of beds here. Because it is necessary to mix the litter every morning. I have just removed the drinker and the feeder. This is what I used to feed these small birds here. The feeder is not the modern type. This is because I told you, try always as much as you can to keep the cost of your production low. In that way, you are going to make more profits. So this is what I used to feed them. I just removed it out. I have about 2 of them here. This is one. This is the other one, which is a little bit higher. So if you can see in this one, there's still some feed because it is higher above their age, so they are not able to really pick the feed from the bottom. But as of the other one, they have emptied it, and their drinker is right here. You will find out that. Let me show you. This is the drinker, and the water inside is a little bit reddish. The reason is that I put some medication into their water yesterday because as I was a little bit away for some few days, and unfortunately there was no one here. The situation that kept me away was one that I could not avoid. So I came when they were very thirsty, and I decided to administer medication, and that reddish water there contains anti-cock, which is medication against coccidiosis, and vitamins. So this morning I want to mix the litter because it is necessary to mix the litter every morning. You know, when they are about to go to sleep, they all cluster in one spot in order to gain heat, and by so doing, all their defecation and their weight is concentrated on that part of the litter. It makes the place so damp and so sometimes even wet. If you flip it over, you find out that the bottom is wet if they have been lying there for some days. So you need to avoid that because any wet situation in your poultry is going to create an environment for bacteria to thrive. And when bacteria thrive, your birds are in danger. So it is advisable that for these guys, broilers especially, you need to mix their litter every day. I mean it every day. Mixing it makes it decompose faster, and it makes them to feel the warmth of the litter itself, and at the same time it also helps you to avoid them losing hair on their chest, because if they have to sleep there and it becomes wet and damp and they have to lie down on their chest, they lose hair here, and they also become more vulnerable to bacterial infection. So this is exactly what I am going to be doing. As you can see here, I'm just turning it over. You see, the litter is very heavy. Heavy because I have not been here, as I said, for a while, and the thing has the poop and every heat and all whatnot has accumulated for about 2 days now. Unfortunately, it was an unfortunate situation that I could not avoid, so I had to just bear with it. As you can see, this is it here. Mixing it is not a difficult task. Let me try to zoom the camera, so maybe I cannot even zoom it. Let me just give it a try. No, I cannot go. But I think it is, the position is not that bad as well. So I need to mix it like this, and then when I'm done mixing it, and this is what I do before I even feed them. You know, you need to be clean before you eat and drink all that. And this explains why you see when you go to the market where they sell these birds, You see some people who come to sell their beds are so dirty, they are not even attractive to the eyes, and they end up sometimes not really getting a good price for their beds because the buyers feel that they didn't take up the beds well. Now I'm just spreading the litter back to its position. You see, this is basically what you have to do when you have these beds on your farm. Every morning, you do this so that the birds can have a very comfortable life and give you what you want, because this one, broilers are for meat production, and the moment they need to use energy to do something else instead of making that meat to come on their body, you start losing, man. You start losing. You have to make life easy for them so that all their energy is focused on building weight, which is the end goal, building weight. Because you remember, these birds within 45 days they are supposed to be due, and when they are due they have to weigh between 2.5 to 3 kg. So that is what you have to focus on. And if you miss out on that, you lose a lot of money. And I will be introducing them, because as I said, they're 21 days old. I took them when they were 21 days old, and now they have spent 2 weeks here. I was supposed to be giving them Goa's merch, and unfortunately I left the city without actually purchasing it. And what I had here was finishers mesh. But this time around, I'm coming back, I remembered and bought the Goa's mesh, which is right there. I will just cut it open and start giving it to them right away. Because as you know, when they eat from your pocket, they replenish the same pocket if everything goes well. And if you are prayerful as well, because you know, in every situation, let's put God first, then the rest will be added onto it. Sometimes these bags are so that it is difficult for us even to untie it. I don't know why. It is not meant to be like this. This thing is supposed to be open within a second. Anyway, let me just go this way and cut it open, because you don't have time to waste. There's a lot to take care of. As you don't hear, the other birds are already crying. I have to go and do the same procedure, except that their litter is not that much. It doesn't demand so much work to mix it up. So guys, I think I have enough space to proceed. I can do this completely well later. But for the sake of the video and not keeping you, my audience, waiting, let me just show you. You can see from this is what I have been giving them, and this is what I have to give them. This is their second stage. Guys, I turned the camera without even noticing. Okay, here am I. Let us go back to the coop. Yes, let us go back here. This is what I have to give them right now. You see, it is finer than what is here. This one contains maize, and they have been eating up everything here and leaving the maize. Contra this one that they were supposed to eat everything. So you see, I have been losing money here by making that grievous mistake. Now I am back here. I will give them this for say 2 weeks, and then see the improvement that they get, And as I said, I am not yet very decisive of what I'm going to do with these birds, whether I'm going to sell them, but why not? I cannot, I don't think I will just put 20 birds into my freezer. For the time being, I need some money to continue producing. And you know, we were told that when giving new feeds to your birds, do it in a gradual process, introduce them gradually, because it comes to them as a shock. So I will just put a little bit of this so they don't feel that I've taken away the taste that they have and just mix it. This is what I'm doing. I just put the growers mesh under, and then the finisher on top, and just a little bit, and I'm mixing it. Now here they go. What are the type? You see the way they are fighting. This is the life that you want. They have to be eating 24/7. Now, what's next? I have to give them water, but since I gave them this water yesterday and they are not done drinking it, because maybe they might have noticed that it is not just ordinary water, I will starve them. I will starve them for a while. I will make them thirsty. Let them be tastier. When they get very thirsty, then that time I will come in with water so that each and every one rushes to drink. Each and every one rushes. You see, they are aligned. They are aligned, and this is what I have been avoiding. You see, some of these birds are just going around because of lack of space, and that is the reason why I introduced this other feeder. Because even though it is deep and difficult for them to pick food from the bottom of it, if I put it full, those birds that are loitering around without eating will benefit during this time that the more powerful ones are pushing them around and eat from this. So let's just go ahead and top this one as well, so that we don't have unevenly growth. Because those ones that are pushed around, fortunately they are local birds, because I mixed them with some local birds here. Those that are pushed around, they will not gain weight at the same weight at the estimated time that we expected. So let me just stop this one and make them comfortable. Let them eat, and let us be expecting our results in due time. This way I don't need to bother in the afternoon to whether I need to add feed or not, because they must have eaten very well and I don't need to add feed. Now I'll reduce the traffic there and they'll focus on both feeders. Basically, that is our morning routine. That's what I do here with the broiler birds every morning. And now, the next thing that I need to focus on is washing the drinkers. Okay? Let me show you what I mean. This is where I wash my drinkers. This is the lid of the broiler birds drinker. I will just clean it because the medication is still there. I cannot throw it. It has to be there until they finish the water. And you can see here, this is portable water that I have fetched this morning. Look how clean it is. It needs to be very clean. Clean to an extent where you can drink it yourself. Now, I will have to go and collect the drinkers from that coop there Let me show you. I'll go and collect from this coop where all the elderly birds live. I'll go and collect it. Just watch me go in there and collect the drinkers, and I'll be right back so we can see the washing process. Let me make sure you are following clearly. We'll just keep it here. I'm going to collect the next one. As you can see here, this is the next one. This is the next drinker here. We have those two drinkers, and remember guys, we have ducks. We have ducks in here, but as I told you, when starting, money can be a very, very huge obstacle and a setback. I haven't bought the drinker for the ducks, but I improvised. I just used a 10-liter container, cut it halfway, and I'm giving them water with, and they are not complaining. That's what you have to know. Let me go and bring their drinker. This is their drinker for the ducks, right? Look at it. You know, the reason we put up videos is that some people are so scared of starting because they are 1 million. When they sit down and do the calculation of what they need to buy, they don't even think that they can improvise. This one will, this one contra this one, right? One of this is 2,500 francs CFA. So by having this, I'm saving 2,500, right? And this goes down in cutting my cost, my cost of production. So guys, now drinkers. You need to wash the drinkers, as you can see here. You have to wash the drinkers. And I think someone is looking for me. A moment, please.